Welcome back to Leeds Lately. If you are new here and you like transfer news, you like live streams, analysis, tactics, all that stuff, everything you want to know around Leeds United, then hit that button down below. But today's video is our transfer deadline day video because it seems like the only movement today so far, and we have just heard this maybe an hour or two ago, apparently Bournemouth are in for Luis Sinisterra and a deal has been agreed for the player to go on loan for the season. Obviously, this is hugely disappointing news for Leeds United fans. It's not been confirmed yet, but it's hugely disappointing news for Leeds United fans, as a lot of us feel that Luis Sinisterra is actually the best player in the Championship. He has that ability to beat a man, the ability to put the ball in the back of the net, and a bit of class that a lot of Championship players don't have. I think he's a really, really impressive player, and if we would have kept hold of him, would have been a massive asset for us this season. Obviously, he sees himself playing somewhere else other than in the Championship, and you would probably want to take him back if we do get promoted when we go back to the Premier League. But this is very disappointing for Leeds United fans. I can't say that I'm not disappointed and a little bit upset at this one, because really, if we'd have kept hold of him, we'd have had such a strong squad. Now, a lot of people have been saying this transfer window was an 8 and 9 out of 10, and it's gone down to a 6 out of 10 if Luis Sinisterra goes. And whilst I agree that it would be a big blow for us, I do think that if we were able to bring in Ilias, who is in the thumbnail and the title of this video, who let's not get it mixed up, Leeds apparently are in for. There's another Championship club who could yet turn to Ilias, who won't be joining Leicester at this stage because there was talks between Leicester and QPR for the player. Apparently there is another Championship club involved, and a lot of people are saying that it's Leeds United. Ilias, then let's talk a little bit about him, because if he is to come in, you'll want to know what sort of player he is, so let's get in there early. He's a little bit like Pablo Hernandez. Now, he's not, he hasn't performed to the level that Pablo did in his final seasons at Leeds United when he was getting us promoted and coming back to the Premier League. But the mould of player, the type of player, the abilities that he has on the ball is similar to the sort of player that you had in Pablo Hernandez when he was at Leeds. He plays in the attacking midfield role, so a proper number 10. He can play out wide as well, but if Leeds were to sign him, he'd definitely be playing through the middle. Let's have a look at his statistics a little bit then. He has, in his career, so obviously this starts in 2015 in the Belgian division and all the way to current day in the Championship, 195 games played, of which 169 was starts. So let's talk about his starts. 169 starts, and he has scored 33 goals and got 31 assists. So really, that is a goal contribution, 1 in every 3 games, which is very decent. An assist or a goal in those games. And obviously, in the Championship last season, he scored 5 goals, 9 assists. The season before, it was the other way around: 9 goals, 5 assists. The season before that, 8 goals, 4 assists. The season before that, 4 goals, 6 assists. This is all for QPR in the Championship. So it's in this division. He knows the division. He knows what he's doing. The abilities that I've seen him display over the years in the Championship, the ability to drop a shoulder and beat a man, he's very good at that. He's able to get past a man with a silky touch. He's able to really dribble himself out of tight situations with 3 or 4 players around him. Set pieces, he would replace Sam Greenwood as our set piece specialist. His ability to score direct free kicks and put good corners into the box would be utilised by Leeds United, I certainly feel. And the player would obviously go straight into that team in the number 10 role, because we need a specialist in there. And for me, it's a no-brainer. If Sinisterra is to go and you can get Ilias for 6 or 7 million, it would be a no-brainer for me. The 49ers have got to go out and do it. If we lose Sinisterra, we have to bring in somebody who's not necessarily a replacement, because we don't need any more wingers, but somebody who's going to play in those attacking positions and specialise in that number 10 role, because that's what we've been asking for. The window then, people saying it goes down to a 6 if we lose Cini. If we get Ilias in, it goes back up again for me, because we kind of always expected to lose one of Nonto or SINISTERRA, and it seems like it might be SINISTERRA going on loan to Bournemouth. That might have already been confirmed by the time you're watching this, or fallen through. That is how quick things move on deadline day. But regardless, we could still be moving for Ilias Chair. He's a Moroccan international as well. He's 25 years old, same age as me. And like I said, he's got vast majority of his time has been played in the Championship. And so he's got a lot of experience in the division. Like I said, flair player, good at passing, good vision, good range of passing, ability to deliver a set piece, ability to shoot directly from set pieces, shooting and scoring from his own normal in-play shots as well. Like I said, over the last couple of seasons, he's got 23 goals in the last 3 seasons in the Championship. So for an attacking midfielder, that is a very, very good return. So he's got an eye for goal as well. I think he'd be really, really good for Leeds United if we were to sign him. Somebody who I actually thought about making a video earlier in the window about, but thought maybe because we hadn't properly been linked at that point that there wasn't much point. But now it does seem like Leeds might be going in for Ilias Chair, especially as Luis Sinisterra looks like he could be on his way out. In other news, we had a bid come in for Darko JB for £4 million. The club have outright rejected that. I don't think I've mentioned it on the channel yet, but Sam Greenwood's gone on loan to Middlesbrough for the season, so good luck to him. And there's been a few other little moves like that, but for the most part, the first team has stayed the same other than this Luis Sinisterra move to Bournemouth. Now, about the actual move, yes, it's a loan deal. I don't think there's any option to buy, and it's only a year's loan, but for me, I get it going to play in the Premier League, and Andoni Iraola is somebody who I thought would be an excellent manager for Leeds, so I understand the appeal of going to play for him. But personally, I know I'm biased because I'm a Leeds fan, but when you actually look at the stadium, obviously Bournemouth Stadium is probably newer than Leeds, but it holds 18,000, I think. It's a tiny stadium. It's half the size of Ellen Road, and it makes less than half the noise. I can guarantee you that. The atmosphere, the club, the city, everything about Leeds is better than what it is to be a footballer for Bournemouth. So it's just the lure of the Premier League. That's the gap between the Premier League and the Championship, and players just want to play in the top division. So I can't say that I'm happy that Sinisterra is going, but I don't begrudge him too much because, like everybody said, he is too good for that division, and him knowing that himself, we've kind of all been saying that the whole time. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but if we get in Ilias Chair, like I say, we will be getting a very, very good player and potentially finally replacing Pablo Hernandez. Now, it's not... I'm not saying he's as good as Pablo, or he could ever replicate Pablo, or could ever get close to the iconic status of what Pablo has, so don't bite my head off for that. I just simply mean in the mould of player, the type of player he is, he gives off Pablo Hernandez vibes. So yeah, that is Ilias Chair, like I say. Very, very good attacking midfielder, and if Leeds can bring him in, it brings the window back up again to a 9 or a 10 out of 10, which I will be doing a video rating the whole transfer window, but this one is just a deadline day special about what's happened so far. There could well be stuff later on as well, so that might be something that I tweet about or post about on X. I don't know, I'm just going to say Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I think the link's in the description. So yeah, go and have a look at that, and we'll keep you updated on any news that we see from our end, or from my end, should I say. I don't know why I'm talking as if there's multiple of me. That's just all my personalities. But yeah, thanks for watching this one. Hopefully Sinisterra deal falls through and he stays at Leeds, but if it doesn't, go out and get Ilias Chair. Please, Leeds United, go out and get Ilias Chair. As well, we haven't even mentioned, we haven't brought in a fullback. Apparently Farke's saying that he doesn't feel like we need one because of the players that we've got there, but now Ian Matson apparently is on his way to Burnley from Chelsea. He was on loan there last season. Apparently that's going to be made a permanent deal, which would allow Charlie Taylor to move on, because then Burnley would have more options at left back. So that one remains to be seen as well. We could see Charlie Taylor come in as well. I know a few Leeds fans will be against that. A few Leeds fans will be for it. But I do feel like we really do need a left back. So there's potential that we get Ilias Chair and a left back before the deadline at 11 p.m. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride, I think, for Leeds United this deadline day, and I'll keep you updated on Twitter/X, like I say. So yeah, follow me on there. Hit that button down below, join the community. We're nearly at 7k now. It'd be massive help if you could hit that button. So yeah, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.